Hello and welcome to this edition of Everett Merchants Baseball. I'm Sean O'Connor, your voice of the Everett Merchants, and tonight I'm joined by my dear friend and classmate at Washington State University and the voice of the Northwest Honkers, Hannah Martin. Hannah, how are you today?
I am doing well, Sean. I'm happy to be here at beautiful, the newly named Funko Field. I'm about 30 minutes north of here, so I have grown up going to games here, seeing the Aqua Sox. This was actually my very first job, was selling Dippin' Dots for the Aqua Sox. So it's fun to be here in the press box this evening as we are looking forward to some good baseball.
Yes, we are here at Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. Your starting lineups for your Everett Merchants: Patrick Chung leading things off. He's the designated hitter. Austin Hawk hitting second. He's at second base. Hitting third, number 8, Kobe Blunt. He's in center field. He's also wearing a microphone for us today. So we'll look for the next day or two a mic'd up compilation from Kobe Blunt. Bryce Peterson over at third base. Jackson Swim in right field. Jared Wade in left field. Hitting seventh is Riley Parker at shortstop. Trevor Quinn's over at first. And behind the dish is the pitcher, Gavin Bullock. He's catching today. And the starting pitcher today is Jared Maxfield.
For the Honkers, your starting lineup, hitting leadoff is number 22, Brock Bueno, the shortstop. Hitting second, number 33, the right fielder, Chaz Lopez. Hitting third, the first baseman, as always, number 19, Cameron Padron. Hitting cleanup is number 4, the third baseman, Kendall Yackley. Hitting fifth, in number 37, the DH, Josh Snyder. Hitting sixth is Kendall's younger brother, Jaden. He's in left this evening. Hitting seventh is number 17, Paul Bernarski, the center fielder. Behind the dish and batting eighth, Braden Torres-Moore, number 11. And in the 9 hole, the second baseman, Jordan Padilla.
And now for the play-by-play action for the top of the first inning, Hannah Martin.
All right, as I said, it'll be Brock Bueno digging in here for the Honkers. Brock wears number 22. Comes into this one hitting .314, 33 hits, and 21 RBIs on the season. On the mound for Everett, number 25, Jared Maxfield. So Bueno looking to get aboard here as we are just about to kick off action from the newly renamed Funko Field. Used to be Everett Memorial Stadium, but they partnered with the little Funko doll company this year. There's a large Funko out in right field. That's new. Where's that Everett Aquasock hat?
Yes.
As Brock digs in and awaits the first offering from Maxfield. It catches the outside corner for strike one. 0-1 the count. Runs on the leadoff man for the Honkers.
Jared Maxfield, 6 starts, 8 appearances, and 2 complete games this season.
As Bueno taps that one to the second baseman, who slings over to first to complete the put out for the first out of the first inning.
Maxfield has not started a game since his complete game 1-run affair in the finals of the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. That was a win for him. Third 9 and a third innings pitched this season with a 1.6 ERA. He's been an outstanding pitcher this season for the Merchants.
Absolutely. Maxfield looking to, as you said, he went 9 in his last start. He's a guy that can give you innings, looking to do that here against the Honkers. As the right fielder, Chaz Lopez, will dig in. He'll take ball 1 on the outside part of the plate. Maxfield, 2 strikes and a ball now on the evening. As Lopez awaits the next offering, he fouls that one off down the right field line. Count will even up at 1-1.
Outfield playing pretty straight up. From left to right, Jared Wade in left, Kobe Blunt in center, and Jackson Swim out in right field. Probably the best defensive outfield the Merchants have played this season.
Maxfield delivers a strike to Lopez. He swung and missed at that one. So 1-2 the count. Runs on the right fielder for the Honkers. It's 325 down the left field line, 329 down the right field line, and 357 out to dead center as Maxfield deals outside. 2-2 now the count on Chaz. Where's number 33 as he awaits the next offering from Maxfield. And that one is swung on, but it's looped foul down the left field line. Count will hold it 2-2.
Maxfield, an excellent strikeout pitcher. 39 strikeouts on the season and only 9 walks. So great control this year. See if he can keep it up here.
Maxfield delivers upstairs, however, so the count has run full on the number 2 man for the Honkers. He bats with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. We are scoreless down here in Everett, Washington, as the Honkers are battling it out with the Everett Merchants, as Lopez sends that one foul down the left field line. Manager Marty Lawrence tried to make a backhanded play, but was unsuccessful as it trickles down into the bullpen.
You know we'll hear about that one
Oh,
for quite a while.
absolutely. He had an at-bat in our doubleheader the last time you and I were on the air, and he struck out looking, so...
Gotta love it.
Yes, absolutely. Full count now to Chaz Lopez. Maxfield delivers. That one is swung on and missed for a strikeout swinging. That's Maxfield's first strikeout of the evening, and as you said, an excellent strikeout pitcher, and we are seeing that before us right now.
His 40th strikeout on the season, and tonight he's looking for his 5th win on the year. He's 4-0 so far. It's been excellent. When his pitches are really working, he's going to cruise through ball games. So Merchants hoping that that's the case tonight.
Cameron Padron now, the first baseman, will dig in for the Honkers. He'll take strike one on the outside corner.
Merchants respecting the power of Padron, playing at the cut of the grass in the middle of the infield.
Padron hitting .248, 28 hits, and 27 RBIs as he takes ball one down low in the dirt.
It's just incredible RBI numbers. 27 RBIs and 28 hits.
Maxfield now with 40 innings pitched and 40 strikeouts, so a couple of even numbers there as Padron fouls that one off at the plate. Count will run to 1-2 on the first baseman for the Honkers.
9 Ks per 9 innings is a good number. It's good for third on the team behind Kobe Blunt and Caden Cornett.
The 1-2 pitch is delivered down low, ball 2. 2-2, the count will even up on Padron. He bats with 2 down in the first inning. We are scoreless. Maxfield will deliver. That one is swung on. Foul tip held on to by the catcher. So the Honkers go quickly here in the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Your Merchants coming up.
Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. I'm Sean O'Connor, your voice of the Everett Merchants, alongside Hannah Martin, the voice of the Northwest Honkers, and we get ready to get underway here in the bottom of the first inning. Maxfield dealt a perfect top of the first inning. 1-2-3 went the Honkers, and now we'll see Patrick Chung leading things off. Patrick Chung on a bit of a slump. He had mouth surgery about a week ago, and has not yet recorded a hit since that surgery. This is a bit of a blooper that will nearly settle over the shortstop, but instead a first pitch out. And that will retire Patrick Chung and bring up Austin Hawk, second baseman, batting second today. Nearly a slump buster there for Patrick Chung, but instead we'll have to wait again.
Bueno making that play with his back to the infield, just kind of stuck his glove out, hoping it would find his glove, and it did, luckily for the Honkers.
Chung, .319 hitter on the season in conference play. This is a ground ball right to Bueno. The throw over is in time for out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Warren Uczynski.
You thought Maxfield had a quick inning.
Yeah, I guess so. It'll bring up center fielder Kobe Blunt wearing the microphone for us today. We'll hopefully get some good sounds and be able to get a mic'd up segment for you guys shortly. The Diego Altamirano segment is live. If you want to catch that, it's on the Everett Merchants YouTube page. Here's the first pitch to Blunt. He'll take all the way and take a ball in the dirt. Probably smart to not swing on the first pitch when the first two were outs.
Yes.
Here's the 1-0. It's inside. 2-0. Good hitter's count for Kobe. Kobe Blunt, not a lot of work this conference season, but he's hitting .222 with a pair of bases clearing triples. So he's been able to make things happen when he needs to, and he'll take a strike on the outside corner.
Warren out of Bellingham, Washington, throws right-handed. He's a freshman at Bellevue College, stands at 6'8", 175 pounds.
It's a bit of a lanky guy. This is a slicing hit out to right field. It'll bounce in front of the right fielder for a base hit, and the Merchants get a 2-out base runner, and I'll bring up Bryce Peterson playing third base today. Bryce over at third base so that manager Harold Pyatt could get both Jared Wade and Kobe Blunt into the outfield today. With the absence of Sam Linscott, he was unable to make today's game, so bit of a new position for Bryce Peterson. We'll see how he does.
Warren pitched just a handful of days ago against the Yakima Valley Pippins. Went 2 2/3 and gave up 2 earned runs in that outing. He did take the loss.
First pitch to Bryce misses outside. Peterson joins the Merchants up in the Kamloops tournament and has been excellent. .340 batting average with 16 hits, 11 runs, and 15 RBIs. This pitch is down low, and the count will go to 2-0. The Merchants pitchers have been, or Merchant batters, after the first 2 outs, have been patient, getting the 2-0 counts both times. Jackson Swim on deck, team leader in batting average, slugging percentage, RBIs, and the works. Here's the pitch. It's low and away. 3-0 the count.
Warren getting the first 2 batters he faced on just 1 pitch each, but the 2-out single to Blunt, and now the 3-0 count to Peterson, and he is looking to not walk the man.
See if he gets a green light here. Pickoff move instead, a bit of a slow one. Back to Blunt, nothing going. Jake Tilley coaching first base for the Merchants. He might play that position later in the game, we will see. Bo Blacken coaching third. 3-0 counts to Bryce Peterson. Yuchinski readies, and the pitch is taken all the way. A 4-pitch walk to Bryce Peterson will put 2 runners aboard for Jackson Swim, the right fielder, batting an excellent margin this season. .373 overall, and in conference play, he's batting .406, leading qualified batters in the PIL.
That is about the last thing that Warren wanted to do, especially after getting those first 2 outs so quickly.
Jenski delivers to Swim. It bounces in there. 5 straight balls for Yuchinski. And batting behind Jackson Swim tonight is Jared Wade, providing a little bit of protection. Wade hit 2 batting practice home runs, and 1 just missed off the top of the wall in these towering walls at Everett Memorial. Here's the 1-0. It's taken outside, 2-0, and Yuchinski cannot find the zone. Merchants looking for an opportunity here to get an early lead. They struggled early against the Redmond Dudes in their last game, and it came back to haunt them. They lost 6-5 in that game as Jackson Swim calls time and steps out. It's the first road loss of the season for the Merchants, and only their 5th conference loss, and the first to a team not named the Seattle Studs. Here's the pitch. It's a chopper down the third base line, but foul, and the count will go to 2-1.
Swim with the green light there, trying to take advantage of Yuchinski's lack of command here.
As we mentioned, great numbers for Jackson Swim, been one of the best hitters in the league this season. And it's the best batter on the team so far, at least via average and slugging percentage and metrics of the like. The 2-1 is lifted out to center. Plenty of room. And the play will be made to end the inning. The Merchants strand a pair on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. No scores. We head to the top of the second inning. The Honkers coming up. Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium for the top of the first inning. Here's Hannah Martin.
Excellent. It is Kendall Yackley who will dig in for the Honkers, the cleanup man batting here in the top of the second. Jared Maxfield out for his second inning of work. He retired the Honkers 1-2-3 in the first inning, so Kendall looking to become the first base runner of the afternoon for the Honkers. He will take ball one for the first offering from Maxfield. Maxfield at 16 pitches so far, 10 have been first strike, 6 balls. As he gets ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch to the third baseman for the Honkers. That one too low, however, count will run to 2-0 on Kendall.
Maxfield every once in a while, even in these games where he's cruising, will have an inning where he struggles with his command. He's normally able to get out of it, as this 1.60 ERA will show, and then he's able to get back into it, so we'll see what happens here.
2-0 pitch is down and outside. 3-0 the count now runs on Kendall. He checks into this game hitting .366 with 41 hits and 20 RBIs, so one of the best offensive players for the Honkers. As he awaits the 3-0 offering from Maxfield, and he was taking that all the way, that one at the top of the strike zone for strike one.
Bat never left the shoulder. Good
did
take
not.
On a 3-0.
We are scoreless here in the top of the second inning, live in Everett, Washington, as Maxfield delivers. And that one is swung on down the left field line. That is a base hit. That's going to get down and rattle around Kendall on his way to second. He'll hold up there with a stand-up double to kick off the top half of the second inning.
Great work there by Yackley. Working the count, able to take those 3 balls, got the strike, so he had to battle again, and just a rocket shot down the line. Barely fair, caught a little chalk there. And a lead-off base runner for the Honkers.
Got the pitch he was looking for there, so his patience paying off for Kendall, as Josh Snyder, the DH, will be the next Honker up to the plate. Wearing number 37, he awaits the first offering, and he cracks that one foul down the right field line. Count will run to 0-1 on Josh.
And just foul. It was
just foul.
It was fair for probably 60 of those 90 feet.
That it was. Josh batting here with Kendall Yackley out at second base. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Maxfield steps off, looks the runner back. Nobody covering, though, so he'll hang on to the baseball.
Maxfield gets to throw out a guy at second base, but has a good pickoff move to first base. Works well with those first basemen to be able to keep the running game where it's at.
Maxfield peering in for the sign, and he decides on one with his catcher, Bullock. He delivers strike 2 on the outside corner there. Count quickly 0-2 on the DH for the Honkers. That ball gets away from Maxfield, but goes right to the second baseman, who throws it back. The shortstop, he was covering.
Thought that was a cheeky little back pick there, but nothing doing.
The elder Yackley brother takes his lead off of second, as Josh Snyder awaits the 0-2 offering from Jared Maxfield. Here it comes. That one is swung on and fouled at the plate, so the count will hold it 0-2. Both teams with 1 hit. The Merchants have stranded 2. That was in the bottom of last inning. We are scoreless here in the top of the second, as Josh Snyder has an 0-2 count on him, but he's looking to do damage with Kendall Yackley, the man out at second. Maxfield looked ready to deliver, but checks the runner once again at second. So we will do it again.
Maxfield pretty worried about that runner at second base. Like to see him go after Snyder here and get that first out of the inning.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Maxfield. That one, that'll miss low. 1-2 now the count on Snyder. Bullock tried to frame that one, but didn't get the call.
There's a bit of a... There's the only unfortunate part of having a pitcher catch for you is they don't have a lot of practice in the art of framing. I don't think that one was all that close, though.
1-2 the count to Snyder, as the next offering will not be made. Instead, Maxfield steps off once again and checks the runner back at second. The shortstop is well off the bag, though, so he doesn't have anybody to throw it to. Still keeping Kendall close at second. He will come set atop the hill now. he readies to deliver the 1-2 pitch from Snyder, and that one is sent right back up the middle. Kendall will be held at third, so a 2-strike single for Josh Snyder, and suddenly the Honkers are in business here in the second inning as they have runners on the corners with nobody out.
Pair of quality at bats there for the Honkers with nobody out, but a smart hold there at third base as Kobe Blythe had him dead to right if he went home.
The ball was just hit too hard by Snyder, an excellent base hit, right back up the middle. The umpire who was at second had to duck out of the way of that one as Kendall's younger brother Jaden will check in now. He bats with runners at the corners and nobody out here in the second inning. The pitch will find the outside corner for strike one.
Merchants playing double play depth. They'll trade a run for a pair of outs.
Still very early in this game, so an excellent strategy by Everett there. Jaden playing left field awaits the 0-1 pitch. That one up too high, though, so the count will even up at 1-1. Jaden coming into this game hitting .306 with 19 hits and 9 RBIs, looking to collect his 10th and maybe even 11th RBI. He awaits the 1-1 pitch from Maxfield. He sprays that one foul down the right field line. 1-2 the count now on the left fielder.
Use your help getting every foul ball back to the dugout or the concession stand. You take it to the concession stand.
Maxfield looking to get out of this jam. He's successfully been able to do it a few times. Was able to strike out a couple batters to get out of a bases loaded jam just a few games ago. So looking to repeat that here.
He awaits the 1-2 offering, and that one is skied on the infield. So the runners will hold. It's a third baseman who comes in to make the play. That's Bryce Peterson. So nothing doing there for Jaden Yackley, who pops out to the third baseman for the first out of the second inning.
And a massive first out. Puts the double play in order to end the inning now instead of just extending it and giving up a run. Merchants can ignore the runner at third base now unless there's a ball in the air.
Paul Bernarski, the center fielder wearing number 17, will be next up to the plate for the Honkers, looking to come through here. It's Josh Snyder out at first base, Kendall Yackley at third. As that one is fisted in front of the left fielder. That one is going to drop. He had to hold up to see if it would fall in. The throw comes home, but the catcher unable to corral the throw, and Kendall will score standing up. Snyder down to third on the play, and Paul Bernarski with a RBI base hit here for the Honkers, and it puts them on the board.
Great little knuckler that just got over the head of the shortstop, and a great throw there by nearly gunning out the runner that came home to score the run, but alas, one run on 3 hits, and the Honkers are in business now with runners on second and third with 1 away.
That they are. It's Braden Torres Moore, the catcher, digging in now. He bats with men at second and third and 1 down in the top of the second. He awaits the first offering from Maxfield. It's a strike at the top of the zone. So Bernarski singling to the left fielder, and Kendall Yackley coming home to score the first run of the game for the Honkers. As Torres Moore cracks this one foul. 0-2 now the count on the backstop for the Honkers.
To that earned run, Jared Maxfield's ERA up, or slightly up to 1.77 on the season. 40 2/3 innings pitched, only 8 earned runs.
0-2 the count on the number 8 man for the Honkers. He will take ball 1 upstairs. 1-2 the count now on Braden. He checks into this game hitting a .196, so he'd love to get a base hit here and get above the Mendoza line. 10 hits on the season, 6 RBIs. A single might collect 2 RBIs for him as Bernarski out at second has good speed. That one cracked down the left field line, and that one will go foul. So the count will hold at 1-2. Josh Snyder, the runner, at third. He reached via single earlier in the game. As Torres Moore awaits the 1-2 offering from Maxfield. It's on its way, and that one outside. Count will run to 2-2.
Man, Maxfield thought he had the strikeout there, just a little bit outside.
That is a pitch that the Merchants wanted. The catcher Bullock did try to frame it, but to no avail.
It's a pitch that Maxfield likes to throw, that outside.
2-2 now the count. Here comes the pitch. That one is sent out to the left fielder. He's got to turn around. That one is going, and that ball is off the base of the wall. Here comes Snyder. He will score. Bernarski right behind him, and Braden Torres-Moore comes through for the Honkers with a 2 RBI double here, and the Honkers are up 3-0 over the Merchants.
That ball probably leaves in any other ballpark, but this one. 3-0 to score.
The second baseman.
That was
Jordan Padilla.
That was a massive hit, and the Merchants need to be careful here. The runner's still in scoring position with only one away, and the leader-off batter coming up after this guy, after Jordan Padilla.
Jordan Padilla, not your average number 9 hitter. He's hitting .324, playing second base as he sends that one foul. Count will run to 0-1, and again Marty Lawrence trying to make the backhanded snap, but could not, and he's hearing it from the fans here.
See, our third base coach, Bo Blacken, has learned that those are hard plays to make without a glove, so he just lets them go, which also gets some egging on,
sure.
because well, coach, you can't make the play you can't make a play at third base, but it's better than missing 2 in a row. So we'll take him. So we have a mound visit now, Coach Brandon Mahovlich coming out to talk to his battery. We'll do a quick recap of the inning. Kendall Yackley reached on a double, followed by a Josh Schneider single. Yackley popped out. It's followed by a Paul Bernarski single. He advanced to second base on the throw. He picked up an RBI there, and then a bases-clearing 2 RBI double off the left field fence, nearly gone in this massive ballpark that is Everett Memorial Stadium. Picking up 2 RBIs was Braden Torres. Only one away here as we play in the top of the 4th inning. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Honkers. No runs on a single hit for the Merchants.
You mentioned Jared Maxfield has been excellent this season, but is prone to those big innings, and the Honkers are taking advantage of his lack of control here, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast here in the second.
And this is one of those situations. Maxfield normally will not give up a ton of runs in an inning, but he will get himself into a situation that he has to get out of, and he's been able to do it masterfully this season. Not able to do that today. We'll hope he can buckle down and get back in this game as Charlie Wright's warming up in the bullpen for the Merchants.
Maxfield ready to deliver the 0-1 pitch to Padilla, who fouls it back. It'll go off the catcher, so 0-2 now the count, and it's good to see for the Honkers. They're doing damage with the bottom part of their lineup, the 6, 7, 8, and now Jordan Padilla, the 9-man coming to the plate with the runner still out at second, so a chance to collect another RBI for the Honkers here early in this one. But Padilla will not, as he swings and doesn't get a pitch, so he goes down swinging. That's a big strikeout for Maxfield.
3rd strikeout of the game for Maxfield. It's his patented breaking ball that just kind of disappears on the batter. Looks a lot like his higher speed stuff until it gets a little closer, and it's been one of his best pitches this season.
Well, he certainly fooled Padilla, who struck out on 3 pitches, and now the lineup will turn over for the first time here as Brock Bueno, the shortstop, will dig in. He bats with Torres-Moore out at second, and he'll take strike 1 right down the heart of the plate from Maxfield. Maxfield now at 40 pitches here through 1 2/3 innings of work, 28 strikes, 12 balls. The Honkers lead this one 3-0. Torres-Moore coming through with a big a big 1-out, 2 RBI double. Maxfield looks the runner back but deals home, but it's too low. 1-1 now the count on Bueno, the shortstop.
Merchants defense has been excellent at pickoffs this season, getting a number of guys at first and second base. Had an opportunity there perhaps, but Maxfield decided to go home instead.
They were looking for another pickoff there, but nothing doing for Maxfield, who is ready to deliver the 1-1 pitch to Brock.
Runner goes.
Runner takes off there. Throw down to third. Not in time, so a stolen base for the catcher, Braden Torres-Moore. And now Bueno will bat with the man down at third, rather. A 1-2 count to him. great jump there by Torres Moore. He was in there with plenty of time to spare. Maxfield delivers the 1-2 pitch now to Brock. That one stopped nicely by the catcher. Count will go to 2-2.
Runner on third base really only changes things on if it was a bloop single, might not score a runner from second base. But the other thing you have to remember is you have a catcher who hasn't caught in a while, and a ball through the catcher would score a run in this situation.
I wonder if the Honkers are looking to take advantage of that here as Maxfield deals too far inside. 3-1 now the count. It's 3-2, excuse me. 3-2 the count on Brock. Honkers lead this one 3-0 here in the top of the second inning. Bueno, the shortstop, batting with a full count here as Maxfield delivers too far outside, so Brock works a walk. He comes back from being down in the count to take the base on ball. So once again, the Honkers have runners at the corners, and it'll be Chaz Lopez digging in. Chaz playing right field for the Honkers. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. Looking to continue hitting Maxfield, as that one will snag the outside part of the plate for strike one.
Lopez lost an 8-pitch battle in the first inning, struck out swinging for the first K of the afternoon for Maxfield.
Looking to put together another good at bat for his team as he bats with men at first and third. Maxfield delivers again on the outside part of the plate for a called strike, so 0-2 quickly on the number 2 man for the Honkers.
Maxfield wanted that strike call a batter ago.
He did. Plate is perhaps moving around a bit here, but Maxfield delivers the 0-2 pitch, and it's skied out to the center fielder. He's back at the track. He will make the catch for the third out of the inning, but not before the Honkers put 3 on the board against Jared Maxfield and the Everett Merchants. We head to the bottom of the second. Honkers up 3-0.
Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. Sean O'Connor alongside Hannah Martin here in the broadcast booth. Jared Wade climbs in to lead it off the second inning. Merchants, no runs on 1 hit. They stranded 2 in the bottom of the first inning, and they trail 3-0 here as we play in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch. It's upstairs. Yuchinski missing on his first pitch, and he'll drop the throw back.
Warren stranded 2 Merchants last inning, and now his team giving him some run support here. He's up 3-0, so looking to have a shutdown inning for his team.
The 1-0, the wind and delivers, is outside and low. 2-0 the count to Jared Wade. He had an excellent round of batting practice before today's game. A couple of home runs and one just off the Judd and Black sign over the scoreboard. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the outside. Jared was taken all the way. On deck is Riley Parker. He'll be followed by Trevor Quinn, and if he's needed, Gavin Bullock. Here's the 2-1. It's hit, lifted out towards left field. Got underneath it, and it'll be caught by the shortstop for out number 1. Riley Parker up next. Shortstop for the Merchants,
Riley Parker.
as he'll look to get aboard and get the Merchants another base runner.
Yuchinski got the first 2 outs of last inning on just 2 pitches and then ran into some trouble, but didn't allow a runner to score.
Quinn on deck. Bullock in the hole. Here's the pitch. It's outside. 1-0 the count. Infield straight up. Perhaps shaded slightly towards the lines. Here's the 1-0. Down low. 2-0. Second 2-0 count. In fact, every batter that's seen 2 pitches has seen a 2-0 count in this ballgame for the Merchants. Here's the wide and the pitch. It's a foul tip into the netting. And the counts will go to 2-1.
You never want to fall behind hitters, but so far for Warren, it hasn't been too much of an issue.
Been able to pitch around the trouble that he's gotten himself into. Here's the 2-1. It's a grounder up the middle. Tough play. It'll get through for a base hit. Riley Parker sneaks the ball past his counterpart at shortstop. And a 1-out base runner will bring up the first baseman, Trevor Quinn.
Looked like for a moment Brock Bueno, the shortstop, might have a play on that, but it was just too far to the right side of his glove for him to make a play.
Trevor Quinn only 7 at-bats on the season. He has one hit in those at-bats, so minimal work. Runner bluffs, and the pitch is outside to Quinn. Quinn has been primarily a pitcher for the Merchants this season, as Charlie Wright continues to warm in the pen for the Merchants.
You wonder with 1 out here in the second if the Merchants might try to do some running.
Parker, one of the faster guys on the team. Not a lot of running for the Merchants this year. Only Parker leads the team in stolen bases, but he only has 2. On deck is the catcher, Gavin Bullock. Be his first plate appearance of the season. Here's the 1-0. It's a little high, says the home plate umpire, and the count goes to 2-0. Once again, any batter that's seen 2 pitches has seen a 2-0 count. Warren Yuchinski having issues finding the zone early, but has been able to pitch around some trouble. See what Quinn can do with the 2-0. The pitch is swung on, foul tipped into the glove, and the count will go to 2-1.
Warren falling behind batters, but then battling back. He was able to get Jared Wade earlier in this inning to fly out.
The 2-1 from Yuchinski, well outside. Great pick there by the catcher, Torres Moore. And able to keep the runner where he's at. 3-1 the count. Barring a double play, we'll see Gavin Bullock's first plate appearance of the season. He's got a chance to bat 1,000 and drive in a run if Trevor Quinn can reach. Here's the pitch. It's high and inside, and there'll be 2 base runners on for Gavin Bullock's first at-bat of the season. Catcher normally pitching for the Merchants. This season with the Merchants, Gavin Bullock has had a pretty solid season on the mound. We'll see his first attempt at the plate today. 3.30 ERA this season on 9 appearances, only 2 starts. See what he can do at the dish. This is up high, and he'll take a ball. 1-0. Parker on at second base on a single and is pushed ahead by a Trevor Quinn walk. He stands at first. And leadoff man Patrick Chung in the on-deck circle.
Yuchinski has thrown 28 pitches, only 11 for strikes here in the second inning.
Yuchinski delivers. The 1-0 is low, 2-0. And that is the 7th consecutive 2-0 count thrown by Yuchinski, and we'll have a mound visit.
Not only is he missing and getting behind batters here, as you said, 7 consecutive times, but he is missing by a wide margin. Pitches that just aren't competitive. Guys that are they're recognizing the pitch as it comes out of the hand of Yuchinski, so it's not good here. And it's a good call by Marty Lawrence to go out, try and settle him down. He has good stuff. He's able to get outs for the Honkers, but just having a hard time commanding the zone here early to batters.
And frankly, he has had difficulties working. He has not allowed to run yet, but he's had difficulties battling back in these counts. 4 of the first 6 men that he's faced and given this 2-0 counts to have reached 2 singles and 2 walks. And his 2 outs were, one was a knuckler that was just caught by the shortstop, and the other one was a deep fly ball to the center fielder. So not exactly the way you want to get out of these situations, get out of these bad counts. So we'll see if he can battle here. He is facing a pitcher, so we'll see if that changes his approach against Gavin Bullock.
bottom of the lineup. You really want to see him go after these guys. You don't want to have the lineup turnover with men on base in the more dangerous hitters for the Merchants. And they have a stacked lineup at the top there, and you really want to go after these guys who are hitting under 200. You don't want to be walking guys, especially now you're 2-0 to the catcher slash pitcher Bullock, who hasn't had an at bat this season. You really want to go after these guys. You don't want to be nibbling on the corners, and just I wonder if maybe that's Marty's approach there, going out and saying, hey, feel confident in your stuff, go after the hitters here. And
you really do not want to turn this over to Patrick Chung, coming off 2 back-to-back MVP awards at the 2 international tournaments. A bunt will be shown by Bullock, but it'll get Uczynski to step off. Be interested to see if Bullock actually tries to drop down a bunt here. His BP was not great. Bunt shown all the way. Here it comes. The pitch. He'll pull back and take a strike. On deck is Patrick Chung, .356 batting average on the season. Good for 4th on the season in the PIL. Everyone straight up, corners slightly in. Parker dances at second. Here's the pitch. It's low and in and away. 3-1 the counts to the catcher the catcher Bullock. Reminder, Bullock yet to record an at bat this season.
Torres doing a good job blocking pitches behind the plate. He shares catching duties with Zach Zerbrug.
Here's the 3-1. It's a check swing. He went, and that'll fill the count. An ugly check swing that broke the plane. And we'll see a full count to Gavin Bullock.
This is a big pitch for Warren here. If he's able to get Bullock to K, that would be the 2nd out of the inning. Definitely doesn't want to walk the 9-man here.
The full count pitch is well away. It'll load the bases. Gavin Bullock, on his first plate appearance of the season, will draw a walk, and it'll bring up leadoff man Patrick Chung. Now Chung is in a bit of a slump, looking for his first hit since mouth surgery. I believe that was on Thursday when the team was over in Port Angeles. He missed that game, came back to play the next 2 that the Merchants played, and has yet to record a hit.
Once again, the balls in that at-bat to Bullock were just not competitive. They're very far out of the zone. Not what you want to see, and now you're going to have to face Chung with the .356 batting average.
And you throw a first pitch ball. Has not had there's only 2 first pitch strikes, were the first 2 of the game, and they were first pitch outs. Not a great outing for Uczynski, looking to battle back. Here's the pitch. It's inside, and the 8th consecutive 2-0 count to Merchant batters.
And you wonder if those first 2 batters hadn't been quite so aggressive at the plate, what the score might be right about now.
Merchants asking themselves the same thing likely right now as Chung digs in. 2-0 the count. And Austin Houck in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. He'll take all the way, and it's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Houck in the on-deck circle. Kobe Blunt with the wire in the hole. Bases juiced with 1 away and the 2-1 count. 3-0 your Merchants trail the Honkers. Here's the pitch. It's taken for a strike at the knees on the outside part of the plate, and the count will go to 2-2. Chung wasn't so sure about the location of that pitch, but it caught just enough of the rubber.
Another important pitch for Warren here.
Uczynski readies from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch is spoiled foul down the left field line. We'll do it again.
38 pitches for Uczynski here through an inning and a third, just 16 for strikes.
Not a good night for Uczynski, but able to get out of it here with a double play.
He did strand 2 Merchants runners in the first inning.
Parker at third, Quinn on at second. And this pitch is swung on and lifted into center field, dropping. The catch will be made. They'll send Parker from third base. The throw to the plate is in time, and the tag is applied for the double play. And that will retire the side. 8-2 the double play. And that will retire the side. The Merchants will strand 2 runners. They picked up a hit. And we'll head to the top of the third inning. 3-0. The Honkers lead the Merchants. Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. New pitcher for your Merchants, Charlie Wright on the bump. 9 appearances on the season, 4 starts, 26.2 innings pitched. He's given up 12 runs, 10 of them earned, 16 strikeouts and 13 walks, a 3.1 ERA, 1 save, and a 3.37 ERA this season. And for the play-by-play in the top of the 3rd inning, the voice of the Northwest Honkers, Hannah Martin.
Honkers lead this one 3-0 as Cameron Padron will come to the plate just as soon as Charlie Wright has wrapped up his warm-up pitches, and it looks like he is finished here. So Padron, who was struck out in the 1st inning, will come to the plate for his 2nd plate appearance of the game. Honkers doing all of their scoring last inning. A big ribby double by the catcher, Braden Torres. Braden, who had come into the game hitting just a .196, coming through big for the Honkers so far in this one. And, of course, Paul Bernarski with that stellar throw from center field to complete the inning-ending double play. The Merchants looking like they were setting up shop, had the bases loaded with just one man out there. Big gun Patrick Chung at the plate, but he flew out to center, and then Paul with an absolute bullet to home plate to nail the runner there. Padron takes ball 1 outside. Paul was coming in on the ball as he made the catch, so his momentum carried him towards home plate as Cameron will shoot this one to left side of the infield. The shortstop tries to make a throw on it, but it was hit too deep into that hole, so Cameron will be aboard with a single here to kick off the 3rd inning.
And a bit of an unfortunate break there. Parker shifted behind the bag at second base, not able to make that play. If he was playing straight up, he might have made the play, but it's one of the tough parts of the shift in today's baseball.
Padron going with what the defense gave him, rather, there, as he will pick up his first hit of the evening, and Kendall Yackley will come to the plate now for the Honkers. He will take ball 1 down low. Kendall playing 3rd base. He is 1 for 1 with a double. Also came around to score last inning. One of 3 Honkers runs in the frame. Padron takes his lead off of first as Wright delivers home. That one on the inside part of the plate for ball 2.
Merchants would like to save their bullpen as much as they can, as they're entering a stretch of 9 games in 14 days. 9 games in 13 days. So not a lot of rest days coming up for the Merchants.
That one catches the outside part of the plate. 2-1 now. The count runs on the cleanup man for the Honkers. Kendall playing 3rd base. His younger brother Jaden in left this evening. The Yackley brothers, a pretty common occurrence here for the Honkers this season. Both regulars in Marty Lawrence's lineup, as that one is swung on and missed by Kendall, so the count will even up at 2-2. Charlie Wright in relief of Maxfield, who went just 2 innings, as Sean said at the top of the frame. Honkers lead this one 3-0. Nobody out here in the top of the 3rd. Padron the runner at first. Kendall with a 2-2 count, and the throw goes over to check on Cameron over at first base. So the count holds. Kendall will step back into the box. He awaits the offering from Wright. It is on its way. Padron bluffs, and Yackley will send that one foul down the left field line, so the count will hold at 2-2. Kendall coming into this game hitting .366, one of the best averages on the team for the Honkers. He has 41 hits and 20 RBIs. Looking to do more damage as the Honkers lead this one 3-0. 2-2 the count to Kendall as Wright delivers inside. Count will run full on Kendall. Batting 4th in the lineup, wearing number 4. Now, with the count full, he bats with Padron off first. Wright ready, delivers up high. So ball 4 now to Kendall, and the Honkers have something cooking here in the top of the 3rd inning. Nobody out, and men at first and second for the DH, Josh Snyder, who also has a base hit in this one. He singled in his last plate appearance.
rough appearance so far for Charlie Wright, who came in, as you mentioned, to replace Jared Maxfield. We can close the book on Maxfield. 3 runs, all of them earned in 2 innings pitched, 2 full innings. He struck out 3 men and gave up a walk and 4 hits.
Definitely not what you expected from Maxfield, who came into this game with a 4-0 record and just a 1.6 ERA, but, you know...
He's had some stellar outings, but he's had a couple where the pitches just have not been called where he wants them to be. Included a 6-run start against the Houston Express in Grand Forks.
Josh Snyder sends that one out to the left fielder, who settles under it to make the catch. Runners will hold it first and second. So Snyder flying out to the left fielder for the first out of the top of the third.
And as every first out is, a massive out number 1 puts the double play in order in this situation. And with the force on at every bag in the field, with the exception of home, as the bases aren't loaded yet, good opportunity for the Merchants to turn 2.
Jaden Yackley, the left fielder, will now take his turn at the dish. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out on the evening so far for the Honkers. He awaits the first offering from right. They'll snag the bottom part of the zone, outside corner for strike 1. The Honkers did leave 2 men in the last inning. Merchants have left 4. So traffic on the base paths for both teams early in this one. The 0-1 pitch to Jaden is on the way. He pops that one up to shallow center field. It'll be Blunt who settles under it to make the play. So both Honkers batters here that we've seen, Snyder and Yackley, unable to advance Padron and the elder Yackley, as Paul Bernarski will take his turn at the dish.
Bernarski 1 for 1 tonight with a single, came around and scored, and drove in a run on that single back in the second inning.
It's Padron at second, Kendall Yackley at first, as Paul will dig in here. Paul playing center field at first to complete the third out of the inning. So the Honkers do threaten. They get men at first and second to kick off the inning, but they are unable to score, so they will strand 2 more runners. We head to the bottom of the third. Honkers up 3-0.
Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. Sean O'Connor alongside Hannah Martin. And as baseball would have it, to lead off the bottom of the third inning is the man who made the spectacular play at seconds to end the top of the third, Austin Houck. And he'll take a strike to start the inning. Buczynski's first pitch strike since the second out of the top of the first. Here's the pitch. It's a swung on ground ball to third base. A nice diving stab. The throw over is in time for the first out of the inning. And Austin Houck is retired. I'll bring up Kobe Blunt, who's 1 for 1 tonight.
Kobe Blunt.
Looking for Warren to settle down here in his third inning of work. He was able to get the first 2 men he faced quickly on just 1 pitch each and then had some trouble. So if he's able to go 1, 2, 3 here, that would be big for the Honkers.
Blunt will watch a ball go high. 1-0 the count. Buczynski missing again.
Ratio looking a bit better now. 23 balls to 19 strikes for Warren.
This ball in the dirt. 2-0 the count. A familiar count for Merchants hitters. As all 5 hitters in the bottom of the second saw an 0-2 count, or a 2-0 count rather, and the last 3 in the first inning. And now Kobe Blunt here. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner. Pitch Charlie Wright would have liked to have called a strike a couple times, but that is how this game works on occasion. The 2-1 to Blunt, well inside, and the count will go to 3-1.
Warren looking to command his pitches a bit better here in the third. That's been what he has struggled with.
Here's the pitch to Blunt. He'll take again, and a walk for Kobe Blunt. So we'll put a 1-out base runner on first base. We'll bring up the heart of the order in Bryce Peterson and Jackson Swim. Coach Mike McCulloch back at first base, returning after a family vacation over the last few weeks.
Second free pass that Warren has issued in just 2 1/3 inning of work.
Peterson walked in the first inning. Here's the pitch. It's well high, and that one must have slipped. That missed by several feet above the zone, and the count goes to 1-0. Kobe Blunt does have speed on at first base. See if he tries to run.
I take it back. That was his fourth walk.
The runner bluffs at first base, and the pitch misses badly. And this is the 10th 2-0 count that a Merchants batter has seen. Only 3 first pitch strikes. If you don't get a strike on the first pitch, you're going to see a 2-0 count if you're playing Uchinsky tonight. On deck is Jackson Swim, leader in pretty much every batting category for the Merchants this season. Here's the 2-0. It's a ball outside. 3-0 the count. Peterson has not seen a strike tonight. Walked on 4 pitches in the first and a 3-0 count here in the third. A great spot to try to pick up a run, or at least another base runner to bring up Swim with only 1 away. 3-0. Here's Uchinsky's pitch. It's taken all the way. It's a strike call. Peterson was already throwing his bat over to the dugout. He holds on instead, and we'll see a 3-1 count. That pitch did look like it missed, but the home plate umpire disagrees. Uchinsky readies. The 3-1 pitch is on its way, and it swung through and missed, and the count will run full at 3-2.
Warren battling back.
Uchinsky waves off a couple signs, checks on the runner, and comes set. From the stretch, the 3-2 pitch, runner goes. This pitch is spoiled away into the screen. Kobe Blunt had second stolen.
That was probably ball 4 to Peterson, too. Looked high and away. But trying to protect with a full count on him.
We'll do a full count again. Blunt likely will be on the move again to try to break up a double play.
Bryce from Enumclaw, Washington, over south, I should say. I always thought growing up that Enumclaw was on the east side, but it is not.
It is not, no. There's so many little towns. Not that Enumclaw is small, but there are so many towns around here that I always had misplaced. Full count. Kobe Blunt takes his lead at first base. Uchinsky readies. Runner goes. The pitch well inside in the dirt. Ball 4 issued to Bryce Peterson, and back-to-back walks will bring up Jackson Swim with 1 away here in the bottom of the third inning and 2 runners on.
Swim hitting a massive .373 on the season with 28 hits and 21 batted in.
His numbers in conference play even better, hitting over 400. Swim hitting .406, excluding out-of-conference and tournament games. Runners take the lead. Here's the pitch to Swim. Will take up stairs for a ball.
5 free passes issued by Uchinsky here, and sooner or later those are going to come back to bite him.
14 batters faced by Uchinsky. Only 3 first pitch strikes. This one bounces in. Good block there by Torres Moore. The count goes 2-0. The 11th 2-0 count to Merchants batters. They need to make Uchinsky pay and drive in some runs while they're getting these good hitters counts. On deck is Jared Wade. He popped out to the shortstop in the second.
And you have a feeling it's only a matter of time before these Everett hitters break through. Just too many good hitters on this team not to do something with all of these free base runners they've been given by Warren.
2-0 is a strike called.
That looked low.
Swim can't believe it. Neither can the fans. It sounded. I did not see the pitch bounce, but it sounded like it bounced. It must have heard. I must have heard wrong. You can't. But regardless, a 2-1 count. Still a hitter's count. The pitch to Swim. This one does bounce in. Back pick to second base. He's safe. Just barely getting around the tag. That was an excellent play by Torres Moore. Over to the second baseman, Jordan Padilla. 3-1, one away. Swim has a chance to drive in a run with a hit or get aboard and load the bases if Yuchinski can't find the plate. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs and a ball. 3 consecutive walks for Warren. Yuchinski loads the bases. Nobody even in the pin for the Honkers. So Yuchinski's going for a little while. And Jared Wade stands in. It's his first start in quite some time. Time called. And we'll have a mound visit by the Honkers manager. We'll take a quick recap of this inning. Austin Houck grounding out to the third baseman to start the inning. Then 3 consecutive walks. A 3-1 walk for Kobe Blunt. A full count walk to Bryce Peterson. And another 3-1 walk to Jackson Swim. And now we have Jared Wade up to bat with 1 away in the bottom of the third inning.
Warren hasn't looked good since the first inning. He's been able to get in and out of trouble. He's stranded 4 Merchants hitters in the first 2 innings, but he's walked now 6 men in just 2 1/3 innings of work. He has not have command of the zone, which is obvious by those 6 free passes that he's issued, and it's not going to get any easier here. And it feels like a matter of time before the Merchants break through and get on the board. And they have a prime opportunity here. Bases loaded, just 1 down. Warren's he's going to have to work here. You hope maybe for a double play. Wade, better opponent to face than Swim. Wade hitting just a $176 with 3 hits and 1 RBI. So there is hope for Yuchinski here.
Like to remind everybody of the speed on third base. Wade has some pop to his bat, so even if he can't get one out of here, a deep fly ball, they're going to send Blunt on anything, almost anything in the outfield. They'll send Blunt on. And of course, smart base runners everywhere else.
You saw Bernarski cutting down a Merchants runner to end the last inning.
Yuchinski readies to face Wade. Here's the pitch. It misses low. Bounces in. The runners hold. Kobe Blunt bluffing at third base like he's going to take off. This is the 15th batter faced and the 12th first pitch ball. Bad numbers if you're Yuchinski, and there's no way around it.
Torres Moore absolutely doing Warren a favor here this evening. He's been a steady backstop. 4 or 5 pitches that could have easily gotten by him that he's been able to corral.
1-0 is fouled away, and the count will go to 1-1. First 1-1 count of the evening.
Honkers with 5 hits, the Merchants with 2, but like I said, 6 walks have contributed to the 4 men that they've left on base this evening.
Yuchinski misses badly outside, 2-1 the counts. Runners taking very aggressive leads on the base paths as no one is being held. With the bases loaded, steals are likely off. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and missed for strike 2. It'll even the count. Third, Peterson on at second and Swim on at first. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and missed in the dirt. And that will retire Jared Wade. Bring up Riley Parker. He's 1 for 1 tonight. And a base hit would drive in a couple.
A big strikeout there for Yuchinski. Now the Merchants can't score on and out with 2 down in the frame. Looking to once again get out of a bases-loaded jam is Warren. He's thrown 63 pitches through 2 2/3, excuse me.
First pitch misses by Yuchinski.
And he's throwing so many balls, which is why the pitch count is as high as it is. I mean, it's almost automatic. It's like everybody coming up to the plate has a 2-0 count already on him.
This pitch is, it would have missed, but a big hack by Riley Parker.
Parker hitting just a $152 coming into this one. 12 hits and 5 RBIs.
Evan McKay getting warm in the pen for the Honkers. 1-1 the count to Riley Parker. Here's the pitch. It bounces in. Good block there by Torres Moore, and the count goes to 2-1.
This is likely Warren's last inning of work, with the pitch count rising and his performance being what it has been. It is nothing short of miraculous that the Merchants are still not on the board in this one.
Yuchinski readies from the stretch. The 2-1 pitch is low, and the count will go to 3-1. Nowhere to put Riley Parker. With Trevor Quinn on deck, Yuchinski needs to find the zone here. 3-1, 2 away, bases loaded for the Merchants in a 3-0 game. The Honkers lead. Here's the pitch. It's well up high. An RBI walk for Riley Parker, and the Merchants get on the board. The score is now 3-1 Honkers.
The 7th walk of the evening for Warren Yuchinski. Just no sense of the zone from the start of this game. And still the bases are loaded for Everett, with the number 8 man coming to the plate. And these aren't the guys you want to be walking either. The bottom of the lineup, you should be attacking them. These guys all hitting under 200.
First pitch to Trevor Quinn bounces away. They're going to singe the runner. Peterson slides in safely, and a passed ball will advance everybody and score another run. 1-0 the count to Trevor Quinn, and everybody moves up a station. It's now 3-2 as everybody else clicks over a station. Runners on second and third with 2 away and a 1-0 count to Trevor Quinn. First ball that's gotten away from Torres Moore tonight, and it's a tough pass ball call, but he had leather on it. Here's the pitch. It's low. 2-0 the count to Trevor Quinn, looking for his first base knock of the evening. He walked in his only plate appearance of the evening. Swim on at third. Parker on at second. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and missed. Torres Moore looking for a potential pickoff at third, but Swim back in time.
Merchants just with 2 hits in this game so far, so those walks really coming back to bite Yuchinski here.
The 2-1 is spoiled away over the screen, and the count will even at 2-2. Big spot for Trevor Quinn, looking for his second hit on the year. Very minimal work for Trevor Quinn at first base. Mostly a pitcher for these Merchants. On deck is Gavin Bullock, looking for his first at-bat on the year. This pitch is a swung-on ball over the head of the second baseman. That'll score a pair of runs. The throw-in will stop the runner at first base. A 2 RBI single for Trevor Quinn, and your Merchants take a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. And those walks have finally come back to bite Yuchinski, and it'll bring up Gavin Bullock looking for his first at-bat of the season.
And you thought, when Yuchinski was able to get Wade to strike out there for the second out of the inning, you thought maybe he was going to be able to work some more magic and get out of this one without allowing a run. But then the 2-out walk, the pass ball, and now that big 2-out base hit by Trevor Quinn. And just like that, Merchants are up 4-3.
Big time hit for Trevor Quinn. This pitch to Gavin Bullock misses again. And that is the 7th consecutive first pitch ball thrown by Yuchinski, who's only found the zone on his first pitch 3 times through 18 batters. Here's the pitch, 2-0 the count. And the rough night continues.
McKay is readying down in the bullpen, so you wonder if this is the last batter that Warren will face here. He's at 75 pitches, just 31 balls for strikes.
3-0 the count to the pitcher, to the catcher, who is normally a pitcher for the Merchants, Gavin Bullock. He walked on a full count, looking to do it on 4 pitches here and bring up the top of the order in Patrick Chung. Yuchinski readies. The pitch is taken all the way. That is a strike called. Gavin Bullock had a bit of a rough session in the cages this afternoon. 3-1. Here's the pitch. It's outside. 2 walks in the first 2 plate appearances for Gavin Bullock. It'll bring up the leadoff man, Patrick Chung, with 2 away and runners on first and second with 2 outs. Patrick Chung 0 for 2 tonight. flew into that double play in center field that threw out the runner Riley Parker at the dish. 4 runs on a single hit for the Merchants in this inning, and they still have 2 on. Here's Juczynski's first pitch. It's well inside. It hits Patrick Chung, and it'll load the bases and bring up Austin Houck with the bases loaded. The 10th man up to the dish for the Merchants. McKay still warming in the pen for the Honkers. And Houck has a chance to give the Merchants some padding here.
Wheels really coming off here as Marty Lawrence is going to come out, and there it is. He signals out to the bullpen. So mercifully, the night has come to an end for Warren Juczynski here in just the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And as we wait for the pitching change, we will take a short break. Your Merchants lead at 4-3. I'm Sean O'Connor alongside Hannah Martin. Stay with us. Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. Sean Connor alongside Hannah Martin. Evan McKay, the new pitcher for the Honkers, replacing Juczynski, who is responsible for all 3 base runners. McKay, 12 appearances, no starts, 18 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 7 earned runs and 12 overall, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks, no record, and a 3.43 ERA. He'll face Austin Houck, looking for his first hit of the ball game. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the first pitch from McKay. It swung on and lined it right to the shortstop, and now we'll retire the side. A quiet end to this loud bottom of the 3rd inning. The Merchants send 10 men to the plate. They score 4 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and leave 3 aboard. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Your Merchants lead 4-3. Welcome back to the top of the 4th inning. For the play-by-play action, here's Hannah Martin.
All right, it'll be Braden Torres Moore, the catcher, digging in. So we'll give you Warren Yashinsky's final line. 2 1/3 inning, 4 earned runs, but 8 walked, gave up only 3 hits, and struck out 1 man. So not a good night for Warren, as that one clips Torres Moore on the shoulder. So the first pitch of this inning will lead to the hit by pitch, and the catcher for the Honkers will head down to first.
Charlie Wright was not convinced. I think he might have thought it caught the knob of the bat. I don't know what he was arguing, but it definitely looks like it hit him. It'll send Torres Moore down to first base, and we'll see Jordan Padilla, 9-hole hitter.
Padilla 0 for 1 with a strikeout, swinging on the afternoon. He shows bunt, gets it down. The third baseman comes in. He slings over to first base, and they are able to get Padilla there for the 5-3 put out, and down to second goes Torres Moore.
Sacrifice bunts there by Jordan Padilla. Good play. And a nice play by the third baseman, Bryce Peterson. Normally an outfielder. Played a couple games at first for the Merchants, but showing his versatility on the defensive side by so far not being a minus fielder at third base.
Lineup will turn over once again for the Honkers here in the 4th inning, as Brock Bueno, the shortstop, will dig in. Wright steps off the hill to take a look back at the runner Torres Moore at second, but nobody covering.
It's been a game of big innings. Honkers scoring all their runs in the top of the second. Merchants all their runs in the bottom of the third.
As Wright delivers ball 1 outside to Bueno. Brock 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. He walked in his last plate appearance. Looking to drive in his teammate Torres Moore, who's out at second. The Honkers trail 4-3 here in the top of the 4th inning. 1 out for the Honkers, as Wright delivers that one too high. Bullock trying to frame that one at the top of the zone, but the umpire wouldn't bite. So 2-0 now the count to the leadoff man, Brock Bueno. Brock coming into this one hitting .314, 33 hits and 21 RBIs on the season. As Wright delivers the 2-0 offering. That one looked in a similar spot, but that one was called a strike. So 2-1 the count to Brock.
I imagine this is what's frustrating the pitchers, when the same pitch is called differently in back-to-back pitches. And not even an inning later, it's the same spot in the next pitch, and it's called a strike.
So it's 2-1 now the count to Brock, as he looks at a ball outside. 3-1 now the count. Good hitters count for the shortstop. Torres Moore, the runner, out at second. Torres Moore reaching via the hit by pitch and then advancing to second on a sac bunt by Padilla, the 9-man. As the pitch is on its way, and that one is well inside for ball 4. So the Honkers with something cooking here in the top of the 4th inning. They have men at first and second with just 1 down for the right fielder Chaz Lopez.
Charlie Wright has had issues with walks this year. That was his 15th walk. He also hit a man in this inning, so he's had some issues with his walks this year. We'll see if he can buckle down. He's also had a number of strikeouts, so good numbers on both sides of the true outcome coin for Charlie Wright.
Wright has thrown 21 pitches, 10 of them 4 strikes, as he delivers that one down low for ball 1. A nice stop by Gavin Bullock, the pitcher/catcher here for the Merchants. Wright coming in relief of the starter Maxfield.
Logan Coe and Austin Pasica warming up in the Honkers bullpen.
Lopez awaits the 1-0 offering from Wright. That one up too high, however. 2-0 now the count. So Wright, the coin flipping here, and now it's the Merchants pitcher who is having some trouble locating.
This game feels like it could be 10-10.
Only 4-3 here in the top of the 4th inning, as Wright looks at ball 3, the inside part of the plate. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Merchants do lead 4-3.
Pitching coach coming down towards the dugout for the Merchants. Might be discussing their next move.
Wright delivers a strike at the top of the zone. You have a feeling with the way this one is going that the scoring is not yet over. 5 hits for the Honkers to go along with their 3 runs. Just 3 hits for the Merchants with their 4 runs as Wright delivers the 3-1 offering. That one's inside, so the bases are now loaded for the Honkers as they take back-to-back walks. And if you recall, Torres Moore was hit by a pitch, so more trouble with command for Wright, and it looks like we're going to have a mound visit here by Merchants coaching.
Brandon Mahovlich heading out to the mound, the pitching coach, after he strolled down to the dugout. No one active in the pen, as it appears that Caden Rucker might be stirring now. No, just switching seats in the dugout, or bullpen, throwing me off a little bit. Big spot for Charlie Wright. He's had some rough starts, but he's also had some very quality outings where he's been able to go 5 or 6, only gave up a run or 2. But 3 free passes and a sacrifice bunt. It's an excellent inning if you're the Honkers, and a nightmare inning if you're the Merchants. You just take the lead and you're ready to give it back.
It'll be Cameron Padron, the first baseman. Digging in now, wearing number 19, awaits the first offering. That one will catch the outside part of the zone for strike 1 to Cameron. He has struck out and singled in this one, so 1 for 2 so far, but he bats now with a chance to do damage. Bases loaded for the Honkers as he swings and sends that one out to the shortstop softly. So a line out for Padron will be the second out of the frame, and the runner's unable to advance on that one.
Big out as Caden Rucker begins to get loose out in the pen for the Merchants. Massive out there for the Merchants, as we mentioned, is any out now would end the inning.
And now the Honkers have up who they would want in this situation. It's Kendall Yackley, who has a .366 batting average coming into this one. He skies that one out to the right fielder, though, who settles under it, and on one pitch, Kendall Yackley makes the 3rd out of the inning. So the Honkers threaten. They do load the bases, but they don't score. We head to the bottom of the frame. Merchants up 4-3.
Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. Bottom of the 4th inning after a great escape by Charlie Wright. I'm Sean O'Connor alongside Hannah Martin. And Kobe Blunt will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a walk and a run scored. Here's the first pitch. He'll take for a strike.
McKay needed just 1 pitch to get out of the bases loaded jam last inning. Looking to not allow any more Merchants runners to come across here in the bottom of the 4th.
Here's the 0-1. It's a strike. Or excuse me. That missed. It was a ball.
The strike zone has been moving around a bit tonight, so I don't blame you on that one.
1-1 turns to 2-1. That pitch inside to Kobe Blunt.
there's an actual press box here at Everett Memorial Stadium, so I can say things like that are critical of the umpire. Usually we're at high school stadiums with the Honkers, and we are right on top of the umpires.
2-1 misses to 3-1. The home plate umpire was probably not happy with me after the game the game 2 days ago in Redmond. I let the audience at home know what I felt about the last strike call. He could definitely hear as this pitch hits Kobe Blunt. He'll head to first base. Is now reached in all three ways that you traditionally can. He has been hit by a pitch, walked, and picked up a base hit. It'll bring up Bryce Peterson, yet to record an at-bat tonight. He's 0 for 0 with 2 walks. He came around to score. He scored on a passed ball. McKay looks in and delivers. The pitch is swung on and belted out to left field. This one will get down, cut off by the left fielder, and it'll hold everybody to a station. Ball hit a little too hard, and it'll hold the Kobe Blunt at second base, but the first 2 men reach, and it'll bring up the leader in batting average and slugging percentage and pretty much everything else for this Merchant offense in Jackson Swim.
Jaden Yackley doing a nice job of cutting that ball off. That easily could have gotten into the gap, and Merchants could have had a first and third situation, instead just first and second here.
Swim watches the first pitch. It's well inside, nearly getting a piece of his belt. And the count will go to 1-0. He'll be followed by Jared Wade, 0 for 2 tonight. An excellent throw nearly by Wade. Nearly cut down a runner on a bases-loaded single. This is a chopper to third base. He steps on the bag, goes across the diamond, and it's inside for the 5-3 double play. That'll give 2 outs in the inning. And a runner on second base. That'll bring up Jared Wade.
Number 34.
It's a big double play for the Honkers here. Now just the runner out at second base and 2 down in the frame.
Here's the first pitch to Wade. It's swung on and lifted. In the foul territory. Does he have room? He does, and makes the play on the first pitch of the at-bat. Jared Wade is retired on a pop-out to the third baseman. The Merchants pick up no runs on 1 hit and leave a man. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Your Merchants lead the Honkers 4-3. Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. For the top of the 5th inning, here's the voice of the Honkers, Hannah Martin.
It'll be Josh Schneider digging in here to lead off the inning for the Honkers. Josh playing DH tonight is 1 for 2 on the evening with a single and a fly out. It's Charlie Wright back out there for the Merchants, and he deals downstairs for ball 1 to Josh. Merchants do lead this one 4-3 as we open play in the top of the 5th. Wright ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch, and Josh taps this one to the second baseman on 1 hop. He'll sling it over to first for the first out of the inning.
Easy play from Hauk over to Quinn. Skip that out, and a big first out as the first 2 innings, Charlie Wright's allowed the first man he's faced to get aboard.
Little 4-3 ground out has Snyder heading back to the bench. Now Jaden Yackley will take his turn at the dish, playing left field. He'll take ball one. That one gets away from the catcher. 1-0 the count will run on Jaden. He's flown out twice this evening, so looking for his first hit or even his first trip to the bases. As he awaits the 1-0 offering. That one too far inside. Count will go to 2-0.
Charlie's been able to keep the scoreline where it's at, but he's had a rough outing control-wise in this ballgame. Already 3 walks and a free pass on a hit by pitch.
That one will pick up the inside corner, I suppose. Looks similar to the last pitch that was called a ball, but this one a strike. 2-1 now the count to Jaden.
It was definitely an alleged strike.
That one's too low, however. 3-1 now, so it all evens out. That one looked more of a strike than the last pitch did, but
tough zone tonight.
the scales have been evened out. 3-1 now the count as Wright delivers. That one is swung on and hit out to the center fielder, Kobe Blunt, who settles under it, and he will make the catch for what is out number 2 of the frame.
Paul Renarski up next, 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single and a run scored. Charlie looking for his first 1-2-3 inning.
Fielder, number 17.
It'll be
Paul.
the first 1, 2, 3 innings since the Honkers were retired in inning in the first. As Sean said, Paul Bernarski next up to the plates. He has an outfield assist in this game as he cut down a Merchants runner a couple innings back, and he will take ball 1 downstairs. He has doubled and grounded out in this one. He's also scored a run. He awaits the 1-0 offering from Wright. That one too far downstairs, this time in the inside part of the plate. So 2-0 now the count on Bernarski. This has not been a game of command by either pitching staff. A lot of 2-0 counts, especially to Merchants hitters, but this time it's Paul Bernarski looking at the 2-0 count from Wright, and that one will snag the top of the zone. 2-1 now the count. I have no idea where the strike zone is this evening.
Nobody does. This is a rough one. But
I can't imagine being a hitter and going out there and just guessing.
having to protect everything.
Bernarski flies that one out to the shortstop, but it'll be the left fielder, Jared Wade, who makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Honkers do go 1, 2, 3 here. Charlie Wright with a nice bounce back inning for the Merchants. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Merchants up 4-3.
Welcome back. We play in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4-3 your Merchants lead. Riley Parker to lead it off. Sean O'Connor alongside Hannah Martin in this special presentation of Pacific International League Baseball. Parker's 1 for 1 tonight with a walk and an RBI. He came around to score. Here's the pitch. He'll take low for ball 1.
McKay has thrown just 10 pitches so far in his 2+ innings of work now. 5 balls and 5 strikes.
This pitch is lifted. It'll get out of play. Foul behind the net. 1-1 the counts. Trevor Quinn on deck. And the catcher, Gavin Bullock, in the hole. Here's the pitch. It's up and in. And the count goes to 2-1. Great numbers from the bottom third of this order. They were 2 for 2 with 2 singles, an RBI, a run scored, and 4 walks.
And you wouldn't have guessed it coming in. All these guys hitting under 200.
As that's a base hit into right field. Another single for Riley Parker. He's 2 for 2. And improves the line of this bottom of the order. Parker has had a good season defensively, an outstanding season defensively, and has had some hard-hit balls on the offensive side, as has his counterpart, Max Nealon. But they've always been right at guys. Bad luck on balls hit in play. But good to see him getting going here. This ball is crushed out towards left center. The catch will be made, however, and Parker will head back and F8 for the first out of the inning. And it'll bring up the catcher/pitcher, catching today, pitching perhaps tomorrow, or on Thursday, I guess. Gavin Bullock, yet to record a plate appearance. He's 0 for 0 with a pair of walks.
Hits are even at 5 apiece now for both teams.
First out made by this bottom of the third, or this bottom third of the lineup for the Merchants was that Trevor Quinn fly out to center. McKay looking to retire Gavin Bullock for the first time this game. He'll take a ball. Oh, no he won't. He'll take a strike. Apparently caught a part of the zone. Not sure where. I'll be honest, not sure what part of the zone, but it caught a piece.
Bullock came into this game without an at-bat, and I suppose he could still say he doesn't have one.
This pitch nearly hits him. I thought it might have, but the count will go to 1-1. He didn't move to first base, so he didn't think it hit him either. 1-1 the count. On deck is Patrick Chung. Here's the pitch. 1-1 is low and away, and the count goes to 2-1. You know, at some point you got to ask, do the Honkers know that Gavin Bullock's a pitcher? They have not been challenging him the way you would normally challenge a pitcher. Again, no plate appearances so far in the evening, none on the season, and he's drawn 2 walks.
I think that speaks more to the command issues that we've seen from Honkers pitching this evening.
At pitch finds the outside of the zone, and the count will go to 2-2. 1 away. Riley Parker on at first base. He's having a heck of a night. 2 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. This is a pick-off move. It is well late.
8 walks and 2 hit batsmen so far from Honkers pitching this evening.
A rough night all the way around. Merchants need to make them pay when they get runners aboard. Runner bluffs this pitch outside, and the count will fill at 3-2. Something you don't see every day. An everyday pitcher walking twice and seeing 2 different full counts. We'll see a payoff pitch with Patrick Chung on deck. McKay looks in, gets the signs. He comes set and comes home. Runner goes. The pitch outside. And Gavin Bullock draws his 3rd walk of the afternoon, still yet to record an at-bat. And there'll be runners on first and second when Patrick Chung comes to the dish. If you were to tell me that the bottom third of this order would go 3 for 4 with 4 walks and a run and an RBI through the first 5 and a third, or 4 and a third innings, I'd call you crazy. This is an absolutely extraordinary night for this bottom third of the order.
And Patrick Chung, meanwhile, is 0 for 2.
And this is a hit ball over to the short second baseman, over to second for 1, on to first. And it's in time for the double play. That will retire the side. Merchants strand 1 runner, score no runs on 1 hit, and leave a man. We head to the bottom of, or the top of the 6th inning. Your Merchants lead the Honkers 4-3. Welcome back. We play at the top of the 6th inning. Merchants lead 4-3. New catcher, number 5, Jack Sheward, will take over for Gavin Bullock, who reached on 3 walks in his only 3 plate appearances. And for the play-by-play on the top of the 6th inning, the voice of the Honkers, Hannah Martin.
Braden Torres Moore will take ball 1 downstairs from Charlie Wright. He's still out there. He's thrown 41 pitches, 19 for strikes, 22 balls. Working quickly here as he delivers on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Looks similar to the pitch before that was called a ball, but...
Torres Moore asking the same question. That was the exact same pitch.
So instead of 2-0 to Torres Moore, it's 1-1. As Wright delivers that one, snagging the bottom of the zone in the outside part of the plate. 1-2 now the count on Braden. He's had a nice night, even though he's only 1 for 1. Double and hit by pitch for the catcher. Also has 2 RBIs. That one outside, count will even up at 2-2. He had an RBI double back in the 2nd inning when the Honkers did all of their scoring. They put up 3 runs in the frame. Torres Moore with the 2 RBI double off the base of the left field wall as he looks at ball 3 on the inside corner.
This game's reminded me of a couple games in Kamloops where the players came and watched film to make sure that those were actually balls and they weren't crazy.
That one called a ball inside, so Braden Torres Moore is aboard once again with the walk to kick off the top of the 6th inning. Jordan Padilla will be the next man to the plate, hitting 9th for the Honkers this evening, playing second base. Padilla coming into this one hitting .324 with 34 hits and 19 RBIs. It's a good chance for the Honkers to tie this one up or even go ahead as the throw goes over to first to check on Torres Moore. Done an excellent job on the offensive side of the ball, and on the defensive side of the ball is Braden. As Jordan sends this one out to right center field, it'll be the right fielder, Austin Hawk, who settles under it. So a F9 for Padilla on the first pitch that he sees will be the first out of the inning.
So right fielder Jackson Swim. Just a little bit of a position.
Excellent.
Misread there. You know, it happens. They look somewhat similar.
I will update my scoreboard at the inning break there.
I've just got a haircut.
So next up it'll be Brock Bueno as he sends that one foul off to the right side.
It's our scoring, or our scorekeeper up here, one of the Merchants pitchers, Jacob Bogatz, says, Austin Hawk did just get a haircut. Makes him look a little more similar.
Shaved his head, man.
Yeah.
Curly hair.
Brock 0 for 1 on the evening rather. It is just about 9 p.m. here in Everett, Washington, as that one is outside, so the count will even up at 1-1. Brock with a ground out, but he has walked twice so far. It seems like just about everybody in this game has walked at one point or another, and we're only through 5 innings.
7 walks issued to the Honkers tonight.
And 9 issued to the Merchants, so 16 men total have reached via the base on balls, and a handful more have been hit, so it's a large number you usually don't see. Throw goes over to first to check on the runner.
15 walks total and 10 hits
that
on this
one
ball game.
Also fouled off to the left side rather. Oof, man. Just
Clean game on the defensive side.
Yes.
No errors, but a sloppy game from the bump for both sides. And really, if we're honest, sloppy offense. Only picking up 7 runs on 25 base runners. Or 27 base runners, rather, is not what you want to see.
throw goes over to first once again to check on Torres Moore. The Merchants leaving 9 men, the Honkers leaving 7. One of those games that you feel like the score should be higher than just 4-3. That's for sure. As Brock will take the 1-2 pitch upstairs. Looked like a bit of a pitch out. They anticipated Torres Moore was going to take off, but he did not. So the count will even up at 2-2 to Brock.
It was definitely a pitch out. Jack Sheward caught a break. He mishandled that ball, and the runner didn't go.
The catcher Torres Moore takes his lead off of first as Charlie Wright delivers the 2-2 pitch upstairs. Count will run full on Brock.
Zone continues to float. I don't know what to
I
say.
have no sense of where the zone is this evening, so. Nevertheless, it is a full count to the leadoff man, Brock Bueno, for the Honkers. He awaits the pitch. Runner does go, and that one is shot up the middle. It gets through. Torres Moore is motoring down to third. He will get there. So the Honkers playing a little hit and run here in the 6th inning, paying off for them as they now have men at the corners with just one down for Chaz Lopez.
Fantastic play there. Defensive double play depth gave them a little bit of a room to poke that ball into center field.
Right fielder, number
Double play
22,
still in effect
Chaz
with the runner on
Lopez.
first base, but Charlie Wright needs to be careful. A fly ball would likely tie the ball game.
Brock sending that one solidly right back up middle of the field for his first base hit of the evening as Chaz Lopez will now dig in for the Honkers. The right fielder is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a flyout, and you guessed it, a walk.
Runner
As
goes.
Brock goes to second, ball gets away from Schuer, the catcher, but the runner at third, Torres Moore, does not advance, so a stolen base by Brock.
And now you'll likely play in, at least somewhat in, to protect or to try to cut the run down at the dish. Double play is off.
Big base picked up there by Brock to eliminate the double play, as you said. Wright delivers home, and that one is cracked just foul down the left field line. Count will even up at 1-1.
The lucky break there by Braden Torres Moore, nearly hit by that ball. That would be an out issued.
That it would, as our home plate umpire will grab some more baseballs here. 4-3, the Merchants do lead this one. We play in the top of the 6th inning. 1 out for the Honkers, but they are threatening here. Torres Moore, the runner, at third. And it's Brock Bueno, the runner, out at second for Chaz Lopez. Doesn't have a hit so far in this one. Looking to change that right here as Wright delivers the 1-1 pitch. That'll grab the inside part of the plate. 1-2 now the count. That's been a ball. That's been a strike tonight.
It's been everything.
But to
You have to protect that part of the plate now.
Chaz here in this at bat, it was a strike. So 1-2 the count on the right fielder for the Honkers. Wright delivers home. That one too low. Schuer holding that one, looking for the call, but he didn't get it. 2-2 now the count to Chaz. Right. Readies himself atop the mound, now steps out, wants to go over the signs once again with Schuer, who is just into this game in relief of Gavin Bullock, who did not record an at-bat. He walked 3 times. Once again, Wright stepping off the mound as Chaz Lopez calls time.
Say a good start at catcher for Gavin Bullock.
That it was. Wright delivers the 2-2 pitch. That one is sent foul down the right field line. Just wasn't able to keep that one fair. Count will hold at 2-2. Wright ready to deliver the pitch. Nods his head, and it's on its way. That one is sent to the shortstop. He will go to third for the out, but it wasn't a force out, so the runner now in a run down. It's Lopez over to second. Bueno is still in a run down. He can't go back to second, however, because Lopez is on there, and finally he is tagged out. So the runner, however, does come home to score. That's Torres Moore. This one is tied at 4-4 as Chaz Lopez is somehow down at second base.
I'm just going to say, I'm just going to go fielder's choice.
Baseman, number 19, Cameron.
6-4. 6-4.
So he
Close enough.
did get the lead runner, however, but it'll be Chaz Lopez on at second base. Torres Moore in with the tying run, and now it's Cameron Padron batting in a tie game with 2 down here in the top of the 6th.
Tell you what, the runner at second base got a little, could have possibly been called for interference there. Looked like he might have stuck an arm out there, get in the way of Trevor Quinn going over. They're going to intentionally walk Cameron Padron to face Kendall Yackley.
Now the third baseman.
So Kendall Yackley instead of Padron will bat here.
Tie ball game. 4-4 in the top of the 6th inning. It's been a weird ball game.
It has absolutely been a weird ball game. As Wright delivers home. That one on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Right, Charlie will take it.
He will. As Wright gets ready to deliver the 0-1 pitch, and that one is skied to shallow right field. Right fielder moves in and makes the catch for the third out of the inning, but the Honkers do manage to tie this one up. It's 4-4 as we head to the bottom of the sixth.
Welcome back to Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. We play the bottom of the sixth inning in a wild ball game. 4-4, your score, and Austin Hawk will lead things off here against Devin McKay. I'm Sean O'Connor alongside Hannah Martin as we look to continue this wild ball game. This pitch is swung on and hit down the line, but just foul.
I smell chalk.
Everybody in the Merchant side whining. Thought they smelt a little bit of chalk on that one, but no, says the third base umpire. That was a foul ball. Houck climbs back in with an 0-1 count. Quick pitch, here it comes. It's a ground ball past the third baseman, and Austin Houck picks up the first hit of the night for these top two guys in the order.
Just under the glove of the third baseman, Kendall Yackley there, as the Merchants have their leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the sixth.
Kobe Blunt up to bats now, 1 for 1 on the evening. He came around to score on a walk in the third and was hit in the fourth. On deck is Bryce Peterson, and Jackson Swim behind him. Pickoff move to first. Houck doesn't even have his mitt on all the way yet, and he goes back calmly. Probably asking himself, really, already? You're trying to pick me off already? Blunt ready's bunt shown. He'll put it straight down and foul at the plates, and the count goes to 0-1. Harold Pyatt, a big fan of small ball, loves to move the tying run or the go-ahead run over. In this ball game, it's hard to say if one run will be enough or if you're going to need 5 or 6. The way this game has gone, both could be true.
Evan McKay now at 24 pitches, the second man that we've seen on the hill for the Honkers this evening.
Bunt shown, runner bluffs, and Kobe Blunt will chop that one foul, and he'll have to swing away with 2 strikes. Not great bunt attempts, if we're honest, from Kobe Blunt. He has not been asked to bunt a ton this season.
It's one of those things that I feel like in baseball everybody forgets about until you're asked to put a sacrifice down, and then it's like, oh wow, I don't know how to bunt.
Runner goes. This pitch is fouled off Kobe's foot. That would have done the job of a sacrifice bunt, as that ball would just kind of chopped over between the first baseman and the pitcher, but we'll send him back and do it again in an 0-2 count. It's the Honkers manager firing an absolute strikes to the catcher to get him an extra ball.
This one just about at the 2-hour mark as we play in the bottom of the sixth.
It's a marathon of a ball game. This pitch swung on, laced into center field. Go back goes Bernarski, and he'll make the play for out number 1.
Paul didn't seem to get the greatest read on that one, had to kind of scurry backwards, but he's able to make the catch in plenty of time.
Bryce Peterson, 1 for 1 tonight. He'll hit with 1 away and 1 aboard. Singled in the fourth. He also drew a pair of walks. and came around to score in the third inning. Jackson Swim on deck. Folks, it will likely not be an issue tonight, but if our hotspot runs out of battery, you can catch a full replay of this ball game later tonight. Runner goes. The pitch missed outside. The throw down is in time to retire Austin Hauk. He's caught stealing.
Great throw down by Torres Moore. The ball was waiting for Hauk there, and Padilla able to apply the tag.
Bryce Peterson up still. Nobody on now.
Yeah, shortstop's in the 6-1.
1-0 the count. Peterson will take a strike.
Honkers have been in and out of trouble all night. Once again, we see here, the Merchants getting their leadoff man on, and it seems like they might be able to put a couple of hits together and get something going, but the fly out and then the caught stealing, and just like that, we got 2 outs.
That pitch misses. 2-1 the count, rather. Peterson looking to extend his on-base streak. He's reached his last 3 times up. Or his first 3 times up in this ball game. Looking to go 4 for 4.
The lines are even for both teams.
Up high, and 3-1 is the count.
4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on base for both the Honkers and the Merchants.
Painful numbers. Painful numbers. Jackson Swim on deck. 3-1 the count to Peterson. Hauk reached on his leadoff single but was caught stealing. Here's the 3-1. It swung on down the first base line, rather, but out of play. Down near the batting cages, and the count will fill at 3-2.
McKay now at 32 pitches. He's pitched nicely in relief of the starter, Warren Yashinsky.
Here's the pitch. It swung on. It's a single up the middle for Bryce Peterson. Taking his patented run to first base with the bat in hand. Throws it about 60 feet up the first base line. I've got to ask him what's about that. Every time he runs with the bat, it's at least up to the batting, to the secondary batting line before, or running lane rather, before he throws that bat away. Either way, Jackson Swim up with the 2 away. And Bryce Peterson on at first base. Swim looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. On deck is Jared Wade. Peterson takes his lead. Here's the pitch. It misses for ball 1.
It's always interesting to me how they expect guys to run over in the lane when the bag is nowhere near it. You would have to veer out and then come back in to tag the bag.
Yeah, you technically get both sides. Runner goes. The pitch is low. The throw down is not in time. A takeout slide, and Peterson is injured. He is on his back. He'll stand up. They're going to call in a coach. So they're going to help him up. And that's a great sign as Peterson steals the bag.
It looked like Padilla hit him in the face with his glove there.
It did, and he's gonna stay on at second base. It looks like they're bringing in Brandon Mahovlich to the dugouts, but that's a unrelated issue. 2-0 the count. That ball missed on the throw down. So now runner on second base for Jackson Swim. Here's the pitch. Swim will take a pitch inside. 3-0. That looks like it could have been a lot worse than it was. We'll still see if Peterson comes back out in the top of the 7th.
I mean, he went down on his back like he had been knocked out there.
This pitch, it's a strike called on the outside corner. My goodness. And the count goes to 3-1. It did not look good. It looks like I was worried about the second baseman before I was worried about Bryce, but then the second baseman hopped up, no problem. The 3-1 is swung on. It's a chopper to third, but it's foul, and the count will fill at 3-2.
And it looked like Padilla had just gone down to get the ball and didn't get it and had accidentally swiped Peterson with the glove there, but the way he went down, it looked a lot worse than that.
Yeah,
but
did.
Happy to see that was all that happened there.
Swim steps in. Looking to drive in a run. 3-2 the count. Peterson should be on the move. Here comes the pitch. The 3-2 is grounded right to the shortstop. Throw over is in time for the out. The Merchants strand the runner on 2 hits, and nobody crosses the plate on no errors. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Your score, the Merchants 4 and the Honkers 4. Welcome back to the Merchants Honkers game here at Funko Field at Everett Memorial Stadium. I'm Sean O'Connor alongside Hannah Martin. We play on the top of the 7th, and for the top of the 7th action, the voice of the Honkers, Hannah Martin.
It'll be Josh Schneider up first for the Honkers. He will take ball one well outside.
DH, number 37,
Josh playing DH this evening, wearing number 37, and he sends that one out to the center fielder, and it'll get down for a base hit. So Josh is aboard with his second single of the evening.
That ball was hit with some meaning behind it. That ball was hit well. Caden Rucker warming up in the pin. He'll likely come in as the first sign of real trouble for Charlie.
The wicked line drive has Josh Snyder down aboard at first as Jaden Yackley will dig in next for the Honkers. He's playing left field this evening. He's 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Looking to change that here as Wright delivers, and that one is chopped out to the right fielder, and he's able to make the catch. I suppose I shouldn't say chopped. It was flied out to the right fielder. So Jaden Yackley flying out for the 4th time on the first pitch of the at-bat that he sees from Charlie Wright.
That was a good play over there by Jackson swimming right field. If that ball gets down, that was a fair ball. That might score a man.
That ball tailing away from Swim, who is in at right field. As it'll be Paul Bernarski, the center fielder, up next. He doubled in his first at-bat, but has since grounded out and flied out. Shows bunt, but pulls it back, and ball 1 will be the call to Paul. He bats with Josh Schneider out at first. Charlie Wright still atop the mound. He came in early in this game, so a bit of a condensed start for him. 65 pitches, 33 for strikes, 32 for balls. So he deals the 1-0 pitch to Paul. That one bounces in there. 2-0 the count now on the center fielder for the Honkers.
Bernarski 1 for 3 tonight with a run and an RBI, coming in that second inning where the Honkers got the majority of their runs.
Came into this one hitting just .227, but 25 hits and 17 RBIs. As he awaits the 2-0 offering from Wright. Snyder taking off. Throw goes down to second. And it got him in plenty of time. Snyder not the most fleet of foot, and that ball got down to second base in plenty of time to nail him. So you wonder if maybe there was a little bit of a hit and run there on. We saw that earlier in the game, and it worked successfully for the Honkers, but not on that one. So Snyder is caught stealing, and the count will go to 3-0. That one on the inside part of the plate, so 4 balls will send Paul Bernarski down to first base, and it's a shame that Josh Snyder took off a pitch before.
How often that happens.
Yes, absolutely. So Snyder out at second, caught stealing. Paul Bernarski will head down to first base on the 4-pitch walk. So Braden Torres-Moore, who has had an excellent night, even though he's just 1 for 1 in the scorebook. A double, a hit by pitch, and a walk. A couple of RBIs on the night. Throw goes over to first to check on Torres-Moore, who dives back safely.
Rucker is ready in the pen. It appears he is no longer throwing.
Wright has been in and out of trouble all night, it seems. Score knotted at 4 as Bernarski takes off for second. There will be no throw. That one as the ball was down low. 1-0 the count now on Torres-Moore as Bernarski swipes a bag.
You hate to see it when you check on a runner and the next pitch he takes off and takes the bag.
That is the go-ahead run down there at second. There are 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning as Wright delivers. That one will snag the bottom of the zone for strike 1. I've stopped guessing where the zone is.
Yeah, that looks a little low to me as well. I'll be honest.
Revolving donut.
It has been moving all night. But 1-1 now the count to Braden Torres-Moore, the catcher, looking to collect his 3rd RBI of the evening and drive home Bernarski. Honkers would go up 5-4 if that were to happen. That one, however, is fouled out of play, so the count will run to 1-2 on the backstop for the Honkers, batting 8th. Coming into this one, hitting just a .196, but the average will go up with the double. Looking to increase it even more here is Braden Torres-Moore. He awaits the 1-2 offering from Wright. It's on its way. That one bounced in there. A nice stop by Sheward, who is in this game as a replacement for the starter Bullock, who did not record an at-bat as he was walked 3 times.
He's going to have an excellent on-base percentage
He really
at the end
will.
of the season. That's probably his last at-bat.
Deuces are wild on the scoreboard. 2-2 the count with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. That one shot back up the middle, but nice stop made by the second baseman to snag that one on the line drive by Torres Moore. It looked for a moment like it might curve by the second baseman, but it finds the glove of Austin Hawk. So we are still tied heading to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time here at Funko Field. All tied up at 4.
Welcome back. At the bottom of the 7th inning, we'll be led off by Jared Wade, Sean O'Connor, alongside Hannah Martin here in the broadcast booth at Everett Memorial Stadium. 4-4 the scoreline, and McKay delivers. This pitch well hit into left field. Jared Wade collecting his first base hit of the evening. He's 1 for 4 now, and it'll turn it over to the potent bottom third of the lineup. Riley Parker, Trevor Quinn, and Jack Sheward. Replacing Gavin Bullock. This bottom third of the order is 3 for 4 tonight with 4 walks, a run scored, an RBI, and only 1 out. An absolutely fantastic night from the bottom of this order. We'll see if they can keep it rolling, as Riley Parker will look to advance the runner. This pitch, or rather a check over to Jared Wade. See if Parker tries to lay down a bunt here and get the tying run in scoring position, or the go-ahead run in scoring position. Another pick-off move. Wade hadn't even taken his lead before the ball was over. Sam McKay is a touch worried about Wade at first base.
He is.
Here's the pitch. Parker shows bunt. He'll take a called strike. He really did not like that call. He pulled it back well in time, but a strike called.
6 of the 9 starters for the Merchants have taken a walk this evening.
Another pickoff move. Wade standing maybe a couple steps from the bag, not even after the cut of the grass.
And 6 of the 9 starters for the Honkers have taken a walk, so...
Third baseman way in. Wade will pull back, or excuse me, Parker will pull back and take a ball. Parker wants to know where that call was a bit ago. I'll see a 1-1 count. Parker 2 for 2 with a ball, or with a walk and a run scored. He drove in a run on that walk. His bases loaded. Bunt shown. He'll foul it off, and the count will go to 1-2. Parker upset with himself there as the swing will now be on, or the bunt off. He'll have to swing away.
Haven't seen the best bunting mechanics in this one.
It's strange. Merchants normally a pretty solid bunting team. They're asked to do it quite often. Here's the pitch. It swung on and lifted out to left center field. There is the center fielder, Bernarski, and he'll make the play for out number 1.
Bernarski has been busy this evening. A lot of fly balls out to him, all of pretty deep depth.
I'm trying to readjust my eyes from playing in Hartman Park yesterday, as that ball probably leaves the park. Yeah, down in Redmond.
357 out to dead center. That one was hit pretty close to dead center.
At 390 in the left center gap.
Yeah.
Pickoff move over. Nothing doing at first base. Trevor Quinn up to bat. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Looking for his 3rd hit of the season. Very limited work for him at the plate. Another pickoff move. My goodness. Nothing doing. Wade very close to the bag. On deck is Jack Sheward, his first at-bat of the game coming up. Here's the pitch. Trevor Quinn dribbles one to shortstop. Shovel over second for one. On to first in time. The double play recorded. And that will retire the side. 6-4-3 the putout. We'll head to the top of the 8th inning. The Merchants and the Honkers are tied at 4. Welcome back. The top of the 8th inning will be led off by Jordan Padilla. Tie ball game. Sean Connor alongside Hannah Martin, and for the play-by-play action, Hannah Martin.
As Sean said, Jordan Padilla will check in here for the Honkers. He takes a swing at the first pitch he sees and pops it up nice and easy to the second baseman, Austin Hawk. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Caden Rucker just into this game for the Merchants.
Caden Rucker, 7 appearances on the season, 8 and a third innings pitched, 5 runs allowed, 4 of them earned. He's walked 1 batter, struck out 4, a 1-1 record, and a 4.32 ERA.
Lineup turns over again as Brock Bueno, the shortstop, will look at strike 1 on the outside part of the plate.
The other one that the Merchants will gladly take. Sidearm pitcher and Rucker, a bit of a different arm angle for a lot of these hitters.
As Bueno sends that one out to center field, that ball will get down. He is rounding first, and he will cruise into second base as the throw comes to the shortstop. So Brock with a stand-up double with just 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning, and he's the go-ahead run as Chaz Lopez will come to the plate.
And we have a pinch runner? No, we don't. He's just grabbing his armor. Chaz Lopez up next. That ball was cased to left center field. That ball was destroyed.
Even if the throw had come into second, Brock probably would have cruised in there regardless. So Chaz Lopez now up for the Honkers, playing right field this evening. He's 0 for 3. He, like many other men in this game, has received a walk. As they'll look at ball 1 downstairs. He's also struck out swinging, flied out, and reached via a fielder's choice.
Alex Schultz and Jackson Weber warming up in the pen for the Merchants. Kobe Blunt was warming, but he's now out in center field.
1-0 the count to Lopez. Looking to bring the go-ahead run home as he sprays that one foul off to the right side. Count will even up at 1-1. It is 4-4 here. Once again, the line is even for the Honkers and the Merchants. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 10 men left on base. So 20 men total left on base between these two teams this evening.
So, a bad night for the offenses of both sides.
Rutger delivers strike 2, I suppose. That one looked outside, but called a strike by our home plate umpire. 1-2 now the count on Chaz.
I'll tell you why there's 20 men left on base when the zone is as nebulous as it's been tonight.
Just no idea for the hitters out here this evening as Rutger delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one sails outside for ball 2. Count leaving up at 2-2 now. Rutger in relief here. The third pitcher we've seen for Everett this evening. Maxfield started it, and then Wright came on. Pitched pretty well, even though he was in and out of trouble all night, it seemed, as that one is sent down to the third baseman. Easy play. He slings across the diamond. Throw takes the first baseman off the bag, but he tags Lopez on the shoulder on the way by. So 5-3 the put out for Lopez, who is the second out of the inning.
First rule. First thing anywhere close to a blender as well get another intentional walk for Padron. I'll put him on first base with 2 away and face Kendall Yackley instead.
That is Padron's second intentional walk this evening. They want nothing to do with Padron, as Kendall Yackley will come to the plate.
Caden Rucker not happy with that intentional walk.
He is
not. He's going to throw about 95 on this next fastball.
Kendall has doubled, walk, flied out once again. As he bats now, the top of the 8th inning, 2 down here, 4-4 Merchants and the Honkers, as we are live from Everett, Washington at Funko Field. As the pitch will find the inside part of the plate for strike 1.
It's another alleged strike 1. I guess we shouldn't be surprised anymore. It's been the same through 8 innings.
It has. Consistent inconsistency.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love it.
As the elder Yackley brother awaits the 0-1 offering. That one outside. 1-1 now the count to Yackley. He bats with Brock Bueno at second base. Cameron Padron out at first. Padron being issued the intentional walk, and Bueno doubling earlier in this inning. Yackley looking to bring one or both home, as Rutger will step off and throw down to second, but Bueno back standing.
It's one of those pickoff moves that this team prides themselves in. Excellent at picking off runners on the base paths. Not able to get it done there, but a good opportunity.
Brock just not far enough off the base. As Rutger steadies himself atop the mound, now delivers. That one is a foul ball down the left side.
That was about as close to fair as you can get before going
That
foul.
it was.
That was right there.
1-2 now the count to Kendall Yackley. A 4-4 game, 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning for the Honkers. Coming into this one, 5-4 in divisional play. Merchants 9-5. Kendall will see ball 2 up in the zone. 2-2 now the count on the cleanup man. The bugs have started to come out this evening.
Not exactly a common situation. Not often bugs in this press box.
A special evening here.
Yes, all the way around.
As Yackley awaits the 2-2 pitch, that one is swung on, but it's on the infield. It'll be the shortstop to come in and make the play, and Riley Parker squeezes his glove on what is the third out of the inning. So the Honkers now leaving 12 men out on the base paths as they strand 2 more. They get a double from Brock Bueno, but are unable to score him. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Honkers tied up with the Merchants 4-4.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th inning, Merchants lead, or rather, the Merchants are tied with the Honkers, 4-all. Both teams have 8 hits, no errors. And Jack Sheward will lead things off. He comes in to replace Gavin Bullock. And he'll see Evan McKay's first pitch. It is a called strike, low and away, but catches a piece of the zone, says the home plate umpire.
That has been the way it has been all evening, it seems.
Chung on deck. This pitch is swung on and lifted out to deep left center field. It's off the wall. Jack Sheward chugging into second base, and he'll get there standing. A leadoff double for Jack Sheward. It'll bring up Patrick Chung with nobody out in the go-ahead run on at second base. What a hit from Jack Sheward. He tattooed that ball into the left field gap.
And he hit that one just about to the deepest part of the yard, too. You wonder if he had hit it anywhere else, if we might have a different score up on the scoreboard. But it is 390 out to left center, and he placed it right out there.
Well, and towering 20-foot walls all the way around this park, except for out in the short portion right field, which is where Chung has hit a couple home runs this season. Not here at Everett Memorial, but at a couple other ballparks. Pickoff moved to second base, and he had him dead. He just couldn't get it out of his glove, it appears.
4 1/3 innings in relief for Evan McKay. He has not allowed an earned run, all of those charged to the starter, Warren Uchinsky. Hasn't struck out anybody, and he's allowed 6 hits, walked 1.
Chung grounds this up the middle as his first base hits. They're going to score they're going to score Jack Sheward. Chung digging for second. He'll get in standing. An RBI double for Patrick Chung, and he'll drive in the go-ahead run. It's 5-4 Merchants here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
That one just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. Looked like a single off the bat, but it went all the way out to that 330 marker. The right fielder playing pretty far off the line pretty far on the line, for the Honkers, so it took him a while to get over that ball.
Austin Houck up now, looking to drive in his leadoff partner and Patrick Chung. 5 runs on 10 hits for the Merchants, 4 runs on 8 hits for the Honkers. No errors in this ball game. Here's the pitch, bunt shown. Houck bunts it just foul. And the count will go to 0-1.
It seems as soon as I compliment Evan McKay for his relief appearance, he gives up the go-ahead run. So I'll take that one.
That's how it works, you know. Broadcasters jinx. It's a real thing. Corners playing in. First baseman well on the grass, and Chung will head back. The pitch thrown. It's a ground ball. Chung has to avoid it. The ground out will be recorded. Out 6-3 the put out, but it'll move Patrick Chung to third base.
Austin hustling all the way on that one. It was a pretty close play at first. The shortstop did have to come in a bit to make the throw, but that was a close play over at first base.
Big time speed on top of this lineup. Chung, Houck, and Blunt all have speed for days. Blunt now up 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a walk. He'll take a ball upstairs, and the count will go to 1-0. A fly ball would score Chung. He has, as mentioned, plus speed. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled. It gets out of play, and the count will leave it in 1-1. Merchants appear that they might send Alex Schultz out to the mound in the 9th inning. He's warming up in the pen right now. Kobe Blunt has been up and down in the pen. He's out in center field, so we need to make some moves there. McKay comes home. The 1-1 is down low for a ball.
Kobe Blunt out of Washington State University, at which both Sean and I attend school.
He unfortunately will not be returning. He's heading off to Lewis and Clark State College. The 2-1 is inside. 3-1 the count.
Wazoo recently firing their manager, Marty Lees.
Yes, and everybody else involved with the program.
As it goes.
The 3-1 is on the way. It misses, and Kobe Blunt reaches for the 4th time today. He draws a 1-out walk, and puts the double play back in order, and Bryce Peterson climbs in. Peterson is 2 for 2 with a pair of walks and a run scored.
That is the 10th walk of the evening issued by Honkers pitching.
10th pitch to go, or 10th walk to go along with 2 hit by pitches. We're going to have a mound visit.
Nobody
by the
warming in the
Honkers manager.
bullpen for the Honkers. And with those 10 walks, you wonder how the score isn't more than just 5-4.
I'll tell you why. It's the turbulent zone around home plate. When batters have to protect or don't know where the strike's going to come, it really tampers down on the scoring.
Honkers have also taken their fair share of walks. They have 8. So 18 combined walks. 2 were intentional, however, both to Cameron Padron, the first baseman. 1 honker has been hit. And for the Merchants, they've had 2 hit batsmen.
Home plate umpire coming out to break this mound visit up. And we will get back going. Harold Pyatt out to discuss things with Bryce Peterson.
This seems to be Evan McKay's game. Nobody warming down there in the bullpen for the Honkers. They have turned 2 double plays in this game. Looking for another one here is McKay.
McKay facing Peterson, who's 2 for 2, reached base all 4 times he's been up. Pickoff move, nothing going. As Kobe Blunt's able to dive back in time. Jackson Swim on deck. With runners on the corners and 1 away, a 5-4 Merchant lead over the Honkers. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is inside. No throw down. He thought he had the man stuck at third base. And Kobe Blunt, a bit of an awkward slide. The pitch missed, so it'll be 1-0 and a stolen bag for Kobe Blunt. Going to get some good audio on that slide.
You wonder if Torres Moore had thrown through, if Chung would have thought about coming home. Maybe the reason Braden decided not to throw down to second there.
If that's the case, it's not a bad move.
Does take the double play out of order, however.
1-0 is a single into right field. Chung scores easily. Kobe Blunt's being sent. There's going to be a play at the plate. He gets down. He is out at the plate. A single with an advancement on the throw will drive in a run.
Now the right fielder.
An RBI single for Bryce Peterson. He'll advance on the throw.
That is the second outfield assist that we've had in this game. The first came from Paul Bernarski cutting down a runner at the plate. And now Chaz Lopez, the right fielder, with an assist of his own, cutting down what would have been the 7th run of the game for the Merchants.
Jackson Swim up in a 6-4 ball game with 2 away. Kobe Blunt thrown out at the plate. Not a great decision to send him there, probably most likely. Still a 6-4 lead. Swim has a chance to add on here with a runner on at second. McKay's pitch, it's low and away, nearly gets away from the catcher, but he's able to block it. Good stop there by Torres Moore. McKay comes set. He's working from the stretch, or rather he gets his signs and now comes set. He delivers the pitch. It is inside. 2-0 to Jackson Swim. Bit of an off night for Swim, 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. He's due for a base. He'll be followed by Jared Wade.
More control problems here from Honkers pitching, as now 2-0 on the batter Swim.
This ball chopped foul to the third baseman. The count goes to 2-1.
McKay at 59 pitches, 36 have been for strikes, 23 balls. Has issued either 2 or 3 walks. I believe 2 walks. 8 of those going to the starter, Yushinski. A terrible outing for Warren.
McKay comes home. The 2-1 is swung on and fouled, sliced down the right field line and out of play, and the count will even at 2-2. 6 runs on 11 hits for the Merchants, 4 runs on 8 hits for the Honkers. No errors in this ball game. A clean game on the defensive side. It's been the pitching and the offense that's been a little sloppy. Here's the 2-2. It's taken for a ball down low. It'll even the count, or fill the count rather, at 3-2 with 2 away. Peterson on at second base. He's 3 for 3 tonight and has reached 5 times. An extraordinary night for Bryce Peterson.
The starters will not factor into the decision this evening.
This pitch well away, and it gets away. Peterson will jog into third base on a wild pitch.
So if
A walk issued and runners on the corners.
the score does hold up, the loss would go to McKay.
McKay in line for the loss. Caden Rucker in line for the win. As he pitched the top of this inning. Wade up with runners on the corners. Peterson getting down to third on the wild pitch. And Jackson Swim reaching on a full count walk.
Wade has flied out twice, struck out swinging, and singled.
The pitch is swung on down the third base line and just foul. As that ball had double in the corner written all over it if it had been a couple inches closer to the line.
We have seen our fair share of nearly fair balls down the left field line this evening on both sides.
Wade looking to go 2 for 5 tonight. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner. And the count will go to 0-2.
These are the games where I am thankful I have an automated scorebook so I can just hit undo because I had a ball on that one already punched in.
I did as well. Here's the 0-2. It's swung on and lifted down the left field line, looking to nestle, and it will not. The play is made by the left fielder, and now we'll retire the side. But your Merchants pick up 2 runs on 3 base hits, no errors, and lead 2 aboard. We head to the top of the 9th. It's closing time as the Merchants lead the Honkers by a score of 6-4.
And Bryce Peterson has an RBI single.
Come on. Welcome back. A number of defensive changes here as we enter the top of the 9th inning. Your Merchants send Kobe Blunt out to the mound, which triggers a number of changes as he comes from center field out to the mound. Nick Anderson will take over at third base, and Bryce Peterson will shift out to center field. Kobe Blunt on the year, 9 appearances and 2 starts, 17 innings pitched. He's allowed 6 runs, 4 of them earned, struck out 20 batters, and walked only 6, an 0-1 record. He has 4 saves on 4 opportunities and a 2.11 ERA. So great numbers for the closer. As we play at the top of the 9th inning, Sean O'Connor alongside Hannah Martin. And the Northwest Honkers will look to get something going here, leading off with Josh Snyder.
Snyder, the DH this evening, is 2 for 4. He's got 2 singles. He's also flown out and grounded out. He waits the first offering from the new pitcher, Kobe Blunt, and that'll graze the inside part of the plate for strike 1. It'll be Snyder, Jaden Yackley, then Bernarski, unless manager Martin Lawrence decides to pinch hit, as Snyder sends that one to the third baseman, who is positioned perfectly, and that is about as easy as a 6-3 ground out can get.
5-3 that put out Anderson. It's been a long night. I've messed that up a couple times myself. New third baseman Nick Anderson tested right away. He passes with flying colors and went away now.
So Kobe Blunt needing only 2 pitches to put away the DH Josh Snyder, as Jaden Yackley will be the next man to the plate. He'll look at strike 1 across the outside part of the dish. Jaden playing left field. He's 0 for 4 with 4 flyouts. He came into this game hitting .306 looking to break through here. That one, it looked outside, but it's a strike. So now 0-2 the count to Yackley.
Trading Yackley, as we mentioned earlier, for 4 tonight. 4 flyouts.
Yackley awaits the 0-2 offering from Blunt. He sends that one out to the shortstop, who gobbles it up and slings over to first base for a 6-3 ground out. I was just a little early on it.
Some foreshadowing there. As Paul Bernarski is the last hope for these Honkers, 1 away, or 2 away rather.
Paul Bernarski now batting with 2 down. The Honkers in need of a base runner if they're going to get back into this one. They do trail the Merchants by 2. A bloop and a blast would get it done, but a blast may be difficult here at Funko Field, as Bernarski will take outside for ball 1. The wall's exceptionally high. Pretty far out there as well. 325 down the left field line. 329 out to right as Blunt delivers strike 1 down low. 1-1 now the count to Bernarski.
Merchants pin empties. This will be Kobe's game the rest of the way.
Blunt delivers the 1-1 pitch. Please.
That's
a strike call.
That's an extraordinary strike call.
That is the most egregious call we've seen tonight, and we've seen some calls.
He's ready to go home.
Oh my goodness.
The home plate umpire's ready to go home. Kobe Blunt can't believe it on the mound.
1-2 the count. Paul swings at strike 3, and the Honkers go quietly. They are set down in order 1-2-3 with perhaps some help of the home plate umpire, as the Honkers fall to the Everett Merchants by a final score of 6-4 here at Funko Field.
A wild game on both sides. Clean defensively, but sloppy everywhere else on the field. Merchants able to escape with the win. They dropped the Honkers to 5-5 in PIL play, and Merchants pick up their 10th win on the conference slate. Let's remind you that on Thursday, the Merchants will play an exhibition game against Laces Baseball Academy. That game right back here in Everett Memorial, 7:05 first pitch. You can catch that game right here on this YouTube channel. Until then, I'm Sean O'Connor with Hannah Martin. Have a good night, everybody.